Hi, my name's Ben. I work for the Game House, and today we're looking at the Milwaukee Bucks for our 2023 NBA Draft Profile Series. Now, the Bucks were the 1 seed. They got taken out in the first round by the eventual Eastern Conference champion, Miami Heat, and they only have one pick in this draft. I have it at pick number 60. Technically, it's only pick number 58 because two teams lost their picks there at the end of the draft. Team needs, I have youth on roster and bench scoring. They may trade away some pieces to get more youth on that roster. They have a very, very old team. And bench scoring just to sort of back up that really top-heavy starting unit that they have. So for their projected targets, I have Oscar Tshiebwe, the center out of Kentucky. Now, this is going to be a bit controversial. Some people think Oscar probably shouldn't even be drafted. But with their team needs, he really does fit. And this is a very, very weak center draft. So I think if he's still there at the very end of the draft, the Bucks could take him. The lows are pretty evident right away. He can stretch the floor a little bit, but in the NBA, he's not going to be able to, especially with that NBA three-point line. He's going to take a step back offensively, and he's going to get, a little bullied, as most centers do, immediately when they enter the NBA, and he needs to get better at setting his picks with that size. And the nuances of being a low-post defender, that's more of a feel thing. That's more of a me problem. I think he's really going to have to iron out those sort of really specific things that NBA centers do. Obviously, he is a prolific NCAA rebounder, and he can score very, very well around the rim. Hopefully, that translates to the NBA. He's only 6'7", but he does play much, much bigger than that. Motor and hustle are things I talk about here very briefly. Those are intangibles. I'm not going to bore you with that. You're just going to have to watch his tape if you want to know what I mean there. And he could be huge because the Bucks could potentially lose Brook Lopez, who has really had a career resurgence in Milwaukee. We're going to look at the Ringers NBA draft guide right here. Great resource. They have him last two, number 58. The list doesn't go any farther than that. Like they said, good at-rim finisher, 65% of his half-court shots in the area. He has worked on shooting corner threes. I'm not sure that's going to be a big part of his game in the NBA, and 72.9% of free throws, and that's actually pretty good. So he does have some touch, but he's really going to have to work on it. He's a sloppy passer. That's not a huge issue right off the gate. He's going to be a backup center. I severely doubt he's going to be throwing the ball all over the court. They talk about his screen setting right here too. NBA refs are going to pick on him, and he's more of a shot blocker than a rim protector. Now, pick your poison there. Those could translate. They could be completely separate, but I think his defensive potential is really there for a team that plays like Milwaukee does so big. So yeah, that's just who I have for the Milwaukee Bucks at the last pick in the draft. Let me know who you think they should take. Let me know if you think Oscar will end up being drafted. And thanks for watching. I appreciate it.